I'm Teresa Collins, and I'm an English teacher in the upper school here at Francis Parker. I am focusing mostly, whatever. I teach sophomores and seniors in the elective program here, and I've always been interested in not only the civil rights movement, but Chicago writers who reacted to the historical events in very creative ways. So I'm really looking forward to teaching the class this summer with my colleague, Andy Bigelow.
I'm Andy Bigelow. I teach history in the upper school at Parker. I teach United States history, and I also teach an elective on the civil rights movement. And in the spring, Teresa and I join our courses. She teaches African American literature, and we have brought students to Memphis in the past. And our goal is to integrate American literature with U.S. history. And I've been teaching for 17 years. I want to teach a class because I don't want people to think the civil rights movement is just Brown versus Board of Education until 1965. And so it really begins at the end of Reconstruction, 1877, from sharecropping through the Great Migration, through the various renaissances in Chicago, New York, and Philadelphia, and other cities, and then the unbelievable shift of a large African-American population from Mississippi to Chicago, and then we want to dive into the 50s and 60s, but not stop in 1965 and look at the work that Dr. King did and what was going on in Chicago in the 1960s with the riots after King's death, with the Democratic National Convention, and public housing.
When I think about history and historical movements or time periods, I think about the fact that literature is always created against the historical backdrop and the social backdrop. So the issues that are happening in any particular social period or historical period get infused into the literature. So artists like poets and writers, novelists, playwrights take the literal atmosphere in which they are living and they reinterpret it for wide audiences in really creative, artistic ways. So they struggle with the questions of history on the page. And so creating connections between those artistic, creative pieces and the specific movement of the civil rights era people to Chicago is going to be a great point of connection for students in this class, because there are so many Chicago writers like Gwendolyn Brooks, Haki Madhubuti, Richard Wright, just to name a few, who literally were responding in real time to the events of the day and creating these long-lasting works that sort of historicize the civil rights movement in a new way, in different ways. We're totally filming right now.
So, come on in, come on in. He's cutting it.